Combiner Wars. You know, the line of the Generation figures that started off the whole Prime Wars trilogy and gave us new Scramble City Combiner toys? Well, that's what we're looking at today. Not all of them, mainly the Autobot jets that were built on Cybertron and was giving life from Victor Sigma, the aerial bots. 5 robots that form one big robot. That was the main focus on the old days of the Scramble City Combiners. You would have one big bot and 4 little bots that are all triple changes or quadruple changes if you wanted them either as an arm or a leg, from changing from vehicle to robot and a limb, depending on what limb you want that said small little robot to be. So let's take a look at the first two, because most of the Combiner Wars line was either repaints or slight remolds of other figures. So for Superior on the first two jets, we'll be taking a look at our Fireflight and Slingshot. Because both of those have the same alt mode and same transformation, just with a slight different colour scheme and head sculpt for Fireflight's case. Fireflight's jet mode is moulded in red plastic for the main body of the jet and white plastic for the wings. Some white paint is used on parts of the jet body, mainly near the wings sections. Black paint is used for a stripe in the middle of the body, with silver used for the windows of the cockpit. Black paint is also used for part of the nose cone, with the black rubber is used for safety for the tip. The tail fin is moulded in red plastic but has white paint and blue and yellow paint for detail. On the main wings there are 2 Autobot logos on both wings, and the same blue and yellow stripes that we saw on the tail fin is also on the wings as well. At the front of the jet, silver paint is also used for the vents on the front. Fireflight has a landing gear at the front. They pull down and it locks into place. It has a false wheel, so it doesn't really move, so it's more stationary than anything else. And it's also supported by the 2 front feet that will be his feet in robot mode, are also painted silver. To get to the leg mode of the first of the 2 limbs that you can get the Firefly into, you want to first off get the jet and then lift up the wings in an upwards motion. Then get the nose cone and bring that up and then fold that down. The 2 tabs that you see will then peg into 2 slots on the back, and they will tab into place like so. Then you want to rotate the head forwards. Once you're like that, you want to then bring the knees down or the shins, and then bring the combiner port outwards by moving the port head back and up like so. And then you want to then close the shins back up and peg them back into place. Like so, and lift the tail fin up for stability. Then you want to get one of the hand foot guns, fold out the thumb if it's in a weapon mode, and then just tab it in whatever variation you want. If you want the nose cone facing forward, then you place it on the forward, or you can just rotate it around to have the nose cone facing backwards. And there we go. To then get Fireflight in limb mode for arm, we want to unpeg the sides and lift them out and leave them to the side there. We want to get the shins again, bring them down and then untab them from the back, This will give us a little bit more freedom to then extend the legs upwards. Then we have these two little pegs on the connector ports that will connect into two ports on the back there, and they will peg in like so. Next we want to get the connector port and make sure you rotate the head back round and then rotate it down. I do that mainly so the face is always hidden in the mode. And then you want to lift up the shoulders on the hinges and then use the hands to then peg onto the side like so, and then rotate the waist around, and then you have him in an arm mode, and can be for any side, so you can rotate it so you can have him as a left or right arm, or left or right arm anyway, so like that. And you can do that with the corresponding hand foot gun. Fold it out like so, and then you can have the thumb positioned as a left or right hand. From the arm limb mode to get him into robot mode, all you have to do now is lift up the sides that we pegged onto the back, straighten them out and bring them back down, and rotate them at the elbows. Push the connector port back down so it fills in the rest of the chest, and rotate the head. Rotate the waist and separate the legs. And here we have Fireflight in his robot mode. Right, the colour schemes in robot mode for Fireflight is silver on the head and for the mouth plate, with blue eyes painted on a moulded white plastic for a head sculpt. Yet again, we have that same red moulded plastic that is used for the main body of the jet, now fully showcasing some silver accents paint applications, within painted on Autobot logo as well, with some blue and silver down on the waist. The hands are molded, the arms and hands are molded in a full-on white plastic with a red molded ratchet joint, with silver for the painted fists. The thighs are molded in white plastic, with the backs of the jet molded in red plastic, and the white front shins and the feet molded in white plastic, with silver painted on the feet and black on the shin vents. Articulation. We have a ball joint at the shoulders. We can go out and in, rotate at the elbow and go forward and back at the elbow, but no wrist swivel. There is waist articulation due to the way the waist moves for movability as an arm for left or right. And the legs are on ball joints so they can go forward and back and out and in, rotate at the thigh and bend at the knee. The head is on a ball joint so it can look up, down, left and right, wiggle waggle side to side, and a full rotation. Also, you can use that extra hinge that's being used for the combination sequences as extra leverage, so you can bring the arm fully up to the shoulder like he's doing a weird dance type move. Weapons, well, the American release of Fireflight, he comes with one of the blast, one gun and one hand foot gun. It doesn't matter what hand foot gun he comes with, all I know is he comes with one of them. But yeah, that's all the accessories we have. I will do a complete size comparison with both of those nearing the end of the video. But how about we take a look at Slingshot now, shall we? Slingshot is fully casted in white plastic. Plastic is jet mode. On it, from the top here, we have a similar black stripe that we saw on Fireflight on the top, and his molding for the jet mode is exactly the same as Fireflight's. We have got nothing. It's all fully cased in white this time. We've got this time a light orange outline for the cockpit with a dark orange for the windows. Tail fin has a bit of blue, and on the wings we have gotten a red stripe and a blue stripe and a red stripe with two Autobot logos. Same deal again, we've got an Autobot logo on the nose cone just like Fireflight's, and we also got it painted in black with rubber tip. At the front we also have the black vents, and just like Fireflight we also have the landing gear that comes down and locks into place for stationary with the support of the feet as well. And just like Fireflight, the transformation to both the limb modes are very similar, so I'm not going to go over it in too much detail because obviously you just saw them in Fireflight section of the video, so you shouldn't really need to see it again in Slingshots. But I will do a quick brief transformation sequence so you can see what it's like to get them in both modes. So you do that, lift the thighs down, rotate the head so that it is hidden when it's connected into leg mode, and there we go. Like before, you can have either the cockpit facing forward, or like G1 cartoon, have the cockpit behind and having the front of the robot mode at the front, and now jet mode, leg mode to arm mode, pretty much the same. Just want to extend the legs via the ports, the same tabs go into the same slots, and you want to just tab them into place like so. Sometimes you have to separate the legs just to make sure everything lines up, then tab them all back in with all the clacks, then rotate the head around so you can bring the connection port up, bring the arm around, rotate at the elbow, peg into the pegs on the back, and then rotate to your preferred side, so you can have them as a left or right arm, and the same with the hand foot gun. You can have it as a left or right hand, depending on your preference. So pretty much like Fireflight for robot mode, it transforms exactly the same way. So we just want to rotate the waist, separate the legs, move the arms down and straighten them out on both sides, and then you want to bring the combiner port peg down and rotate the head. And here we have Slingshot in his robot mode. Colour scheme wise for Slingshot is he is molded in white plastic for the head with orange paint applications on the face and lighter orange for the visor. On the chest, the white plastic by the looks of things is molded in white, but is then painted in a full blown red with blue highlights near the upper chest and some gold painted on one of the top parts of the legs. We've got a bit of black near the waist. The arms are molded in white with a black hinge for the connector point for the elbows and painted black fists. On one shoulder we have the Autobot insignia painted on there, and on the legs we have black painted feet, some accents on the shins for red, and on the knees we have silver fence. Articulation similar to Fireflight's, we have got that same weird ball joint where we can lift up the arm all the way up, but by using the ball joint he can move in and outwards and rotate the arm full 360. Can also move the elbow full 360 as well, and it's on a ratchet hinge so it can go forward and back. It's got waist, it's got forward back motion in the legs, can go in and out, rotate at the thigh, bend at knee as well. Head can look up and down, left and right, wiggle waggle, and full rotation as well. Accessory wise, each of them come with a version of the hand foot gun along with one of the single weapons. So with Slingshot, he comes with the same gun that I showed off with Fireflight and one of the types of hand foot guns as well. Okay, so here's the size comparisons for Slingshot and Fireflight's jet modes. Here we have him with Titan's Return Deluxe Class Hot Rod, and then here we have him with the current Voyager class Transformer Siege Optimus Prime in vehicle mode as well. Followed on, we have them here in robot mode with Optimus Prime, and then we have them in robot mode with Hot Rod. And that is the conclusion. So Slingshot and Firefly, both of the robot modes are great. Yes, they are pretty much the same mold, with Firefly or Slingshot just having a different head. Well, Slingshot also ended up being used as a repaint full on for Blastoff, but then Blastoff got its correct shuttle figure later on down the line with the United Warriors. Both these figures are the United Warriors versions, but I treated them as the Combiner Wars versions for this review. But the color scheme wise is better than I prefer the color scheme with the United Warriors anyway. Articulation is great. The combination modes look fine for both limb and legs. Head scope's great, colorations are great, and the size just felt great. The whole heftiness of the transformation is great, and the joints they used, or the transformation tech they used for like the legs and everything, just incorporate articulated limbs, just shows that it could work, and I can't wait to go on to the next video. What will be the next two? Well, will be two separate videos from this point onwards, because Skydive and Air Raid are both slightly the same figures and slightly of the same molds, but they're somewhat different as well, where they both deserve their own little videos. I only done Firefly and Slingshot as their own video because they shared the same mold, and it was also to kill two birds with one stone. That is pretty much it. But other than that, if you can hunt down on the secondary market the United Warriors version, that is the complete box set of all 5 aerial bots, then you're getting a great set as well. But if you can get the Combiner Wars Hasbro release, it's just as good, because it's the same mold, just different paint. And I think the hand foot guns and weapons are slightly different as well, but I can't really confirm on that. Anyway, this is a new style of review that I have been doing. Hopefully you guys have liked what you've seen, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, I post a lot of stuff on my social media on Twitter and Facebook. on Facebook, I sometimes try to post some exclusive content on there that you won't see on my YouTube channel. The same goes with Twitter. But you can check those by giving them a link, giving them a like, and you can follow them and find the links to both my Twitter and Facebook pages down in the video description down below. And if you want, you can also follow me on Patreon as well. But other than that, I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Transformer Corner and Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. See ya! Also, I want to say a big thank you to Collection DX, and all the images used at the beginning of this video are all under fair use and copyright claims. All the images that you've seen at the beginning of the video belong to their original owners, like Hasbro and all the other photos taken. They all belong to their rightful owners that took in the photos or images. I'm not claiming anything of owning them. They belong to the rightful owners because I'm using them under fair use. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I did recording it and editing it and putting it together. This is something new I've been wanting to try out with my video reviews. Hopefully you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and everything like that. But if you're new to the channel and you liked what you see and you want more content like this, then please give this channel a thumbs up so you can keep up to date with all my videos. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification just so you can keep up to date with all my videos each time I upload a new video on both my Transformer Corner channel and my Otaku Corner channel, as I review also manga chapter reviews on the Otaku Corner. Also, you can find the links, as mentioned before, to my social media, Facebook fan page and my Twitter account, so you can follow me on both of those or like the page down in the video description down below as well. Also, you can check out my recent video that I recently uploaded or past videos by checking out my channel. Also, I have a Patreon, still working things out on there, but I have got a Patreon, and if you want to follow it, please do. You can find the video description. It's in there, the link in the video description. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.